Really, they just can't let that happen. You saw them playing a little bit tight. Watching their warm-up today, they looked like a very different team than what I've seen. Usually very energetic, very boisterous, and this one today, it was just very focused. They needed to come in and do their job.
Coletti wins the opening faceoff. Army on attack. Both these faceoff guys will try and score, and Will Coletti starts the game just like that.
Wow. Coletti taking care of business himself. I think he's over last week. Starts with that first one. Last week he didn't win a face-off until almost 2 minutes left in the first half, and he wins that first one and goes down. Yale's defense has to be more physical there. You can't let Will Coletti run it wide.
Goalies have been the story so far. This is Gunnar Fellows, junior out of Colorado. Under 8 to go, first quarter, 1-0 Army lead. The Black Knights freshly minted into the top 10, number 8 in the country in the most recent media poll that came out Monday. Finn McCullough gives this up. DiAgostino. Extended possession here for Army. Fellows, good pass in front, and they score. It's Braden Fountain with the 9th goal already of his freshman season. 7:37 to go in the first quarter, and Army off to a good start here on the road, leading Yale 2-0. Assist on the Fountain goal, so Fellows now with 5 points this year, 2 goals and 3 assists.
Right now, Byrne is coming up big, and Yale's got to break the ice on that when they get the ball and not rush it, not feel like they have to rush it, but just getting a good quality shot, because Byrne's not giving up anything easy.
This is Jackson Eicher, the leading scorer a year ago for Army, and he has 10 points already this season. 5 goals and 5 helpers through 2 games. Quick shot, and there's Plunkett. The reigning Patriot League Offensive Player of the Year makes it 3-0 Army here in the first.
Just a quick little hesitation, split, and shot. Hands-free, nobody on him. He's a threat to shoot from
12th. I don't know about 11. I don't know how they come up with those rankings, but it's certainly impressive for him.
Well, and last year, looking at the beginning of the year for him last year, you looked at those first 3 games. He only put up a point against UMass. He didn't put up any against Mercer. And then that Syracuse game up in the Dome, he went for 3 and 2 and just had an amazing game. And that really propelled him to a 48-point season. He was just helping carry this team, and offensively just showed why he was the Patriot League Offensive Player of the Year.
That goal gives the junior 98 career points, so 2 away from a milestone. Meanwhile, for Yale, not dissimilar from the Villanova game Saturday, they find themselves playing from behind, and now even further. Grant Masterson with his first career goal, and Army's struck 4 times in the first 8 minutes and 53 seconds.
Army making a statement, and this is a point where you got to wonder if Coach Shea, you know, you're coming out of that media timeout. You already had one, but do you need to call one and really refocus your guys? The energy from the Yale sideline, they are always so big, and they have so many juice guys that really pump the team up, and you're not seeing that right now. And somebody needs to make a play for Yale to get them back into this game and get those juices flowing.
Masterson, the sophomore out of Wilton, Connecticut, makes it 4-0. Coletti wins another faceoff, and he's proving very quickly, as you said, Pat, that off day against Rutgers over the weekend was nothing more than just one off day. Guy who last year won faceoffs at a 62% clip. Army going quickly once again. Good dodge, and another goal for Eicher. What a start for the Cadets from West Point.
And this is about as bad as it can be going right now for Yale. And there's the timeout from Coach Shea. He needs to reel this defense in.
Under Joe Alberici that the Black Knights have taken on these Bulldogs.
And a great, what we would have thought is a great matchup. I mean, this is not what I think anybody expected with this game. Army coming out and just all business.
Foul there was against Max Krevsky. So our first look at the Army extra man today. They're 2 for 7 man up this year. Villanova was 3 for 4 on the EMO against Yale on Saturday. Black Knights, a lot of weapons, and they take advantage very quickly. It's Gunnar Fellows with his first goal today. And the lead is 6-0 in the first quarter.
Great skip pass down low. Moving the ball all the way up top and then skipping it right down low. Christian Johnson just a second too late on that.
And a quick face-off win for Coletti. Getting downhill, gives it up, and Conrad, a big save on Eicher. I guess if you're Yale, Pat, do you have to start thinking about this in little increments? You know, can we get it to 6-2 at the end of this quarter, as opposed to thinking about the fact that it's 6-0 right now? Well, that's one thing you can't have, a loose ball off the clear. Brad Sharp closest to it. He loses his footing, and Army has it. Christian Fournier picked it up.
Well, the thing you have to just think of is we just need one.
Transition opportunity, and they cash in. Braden Fountain makes it 7-0.
So I've been doing these for a while, and I have never seen a game where it's an Andy Shea coach team went down 7-0. This is just not what you see. They defensively, even when they're outmatched, and giving up these transition goals. This is it's going to be a tough hill to climb for the rest of this day.
Yale's going to make a switch on the faceoff here. Nick Waymeyer, the first year, tried his luck, but Will Coletti is now 7 of 8. He had it knocked away. Good play there by the long stick of Jack Stuzen, the preseason All-American. And Yale has possession with 1:20 to go. Stuzen cutting his way in, fires and scores! Pole goal for Jack Stuzen, and the senior out of Baltimore gets Yale on the board.
Take it anywhere you can get it, and Jack Stuzen, one of the seniors knows that he's got to create something. That little backhanded shovel past Byrne. Going in transition and creating that. And
Kaib, though, didn't have the ankle to shoot. A good recovery by John Sullivan defensively there. 30 seconds for Yale to work with. Krevsky missed wide, and the backup to Army. Byrne just beat Leo Johnson there, and Army's going to get, barring a turnover, another stop, a man down, and remain perfect on the year.
And this is one of the challenges that Yale's had, where on the man up, you get a kind of an open look.
Army does turn it over, though. Krevsky moving in. Krevsky to the middle. Oh, they score! Will Sheehan in transition. Give a tip of the cap to Krevsky, and it's 7-2.
Krevsky had that shot go pretty far wide. Makes it up in the ride. And then Sheehan able to finish. You had people on the field that were really good when he was in his absence. And so, yeah, you're bringing these guys in, and they're really great. But, there wasn't, junk on the field last year. Outside of Brandow, you still had a tremendous team out there.
So the Bulldogs with each of the last 2 goals in this game. Salou missed wide. I guess the question is, those guys who stepped into the big roles of scoring last year that are back, of David Anderson, Johnny Kaib, Carson Kuhl, how do they now reacclimate with the other 3 back?
It's tough. Carson Kuhl, a guy who played attack and put up 50 points last year.
Army with another. Jackson Eicher stops the Yale spurt and restores the 6-goal lead.
Jackson Eicher is just such a big physical presence. Getting that dodge and just gets a step and going. Hide a great play.
Army trying to get this ball cleared, and they do. Evan Plunkett worked his way through traffic.
A well-designed play by Yale, but you see just the pass just a little bit off. Anderson was streaking right through the middle there.
So Army's able to kill off the 2-man disadvantage. A loose ball here off that pass, and it goes out of bounds off Army. So it is their 7th turnover, but more importantly for them is it's quickly knocked down. Gunnar Fellows one-on-one, he scores! What a play by Gunnar Fellows, and it is all Army.
And the Army sideline is feeling it. Stuzen, great angle here. Stuzen just waits too long to get that pass to Christian Johnson.
Second goal of the day for Gunnar. So there is usually more room for error, but you know, putting all that aside, we got a 9-2 game here with 2:20 to go. And if Army plays anything like they've played the first 3 games of this year, they're gonna have no trouble thinking about the NCAA tournament this year. No problems worrying about a bubble or anything like that. Still a long way though from talking about those things in any kind of real way.
Well, and you see Plunkett directing traffic, wanting to get, and Stuzen loses his stick, so an unsettled situation.
Plunkett takes advantage of it. 10-2 Black Knights. Second of the day for Plunkett, the 4th different Army player with multiple goals.
And again, Plunkett, you go to the service academies, it's, you know, you're serving your country. Academically, you have to be challenged, and you're being challenged academically, and he's doing everything great. It just, all these parents are so proud of their kids.
So that slash was against AJ Pilot. So let's see if Yale can take advantage of him not being on the field here for a minute. Pilot, the 2-time reigning Patriot League Defensive Player of the Year. He's had the assignment of Chris Lyons all day, who hasn't gotten going yet. Has the ball in his stick, takes the shot, saved by Byrne, rebound, Anderson, he scores! Extra man goal for Yale, courtesy of David Anderson.
Shot from Lyons from really far out, and on a man up, not maybe something that you want to see, but the bounce going right to Yale, right in the mid.
And the others playing catch up, but you know, Yale's actually leading a lot of the statistical categories in this game other than the score. That shot hit off Christian Mazer, stayed in play. Army still with a half minute to work with.
Well, and like you said to me before, is it the quality of the shots that they're getting? Is it what's going on? Is it just Burns' play, or the defense giving lower quality shots?
This is Hill Plunkett, Evan's younger brother. Pass in front, wide open, and an easy goal for Braden Fountain. 3rd of the day for Fountain, who had 4 goals in each of the first 2 games this year for Army. Now, look, like, not to take anything away from Byrne today, because he has been sensational any way you want to describe him, but Yale has not had a single scoring chance like this in the game.
Well, and that's you saw a quick
Army has had the same lead at the moment that they had at halftime.
Tyler Clark out there again, the freshman.
It was 10-2, now it's 11-3. Clark with the ball. Gunnar Fellows. Well defended by Pisano.
That's going to leave a mark.
Now Finn McCullough. He scores! Nice move, better shot by Finn McCullough. And he puts Army ahead by 9 as we go to a media timeout. 4:57 left in the 3rd, and the Black Knights lead by 9.
Lacrosse ambassador.
Cashin slipped, and Army causes another turnover. John Sullivan's had a big day. Junior out of Nashua, New Hampshire.
Wow, this defense.
Army came into this game allowing 6 goals per game. which was tied for second in the country. And it's looking like that number is going to get even better after today. Here's Gunnar Fellows, and he scores. Fellows becomes the second Black Knight with a hat trick, and it's 13-3. 6:03 to go in the fourth quarter, and it's
like a penalty that I would expect to see a flag thrown. It's not a defensive player. It's a goalie running. Here we go, and we see the ball's down. I mean, maybe you call it a cross check, but that's just a good play.
Now, the one thing it does afford us is a chance to talk about Jared Paquette, who comes in for at least this sequence in goal. He's a senior from West Islip, Pat, who has started all 47 games since he stepped on campus here at Yale. Army scores another on the empty net. That's Hill Plunkett to make it 14-3. The Black Knights have also made a switch in goal. Evan Richardson, who's played a little bit in relief in each of the first two games behind Byrne because of the score lines. You take another look at this goal by Plunkett, who had 2 goals and 2 assists in the opener against UMass. But, you know, the Paquette story is he's going to come right back out is sort of